Good afternoon, class. In the previous class, we have discussed regarding the combination circuits. Now it's time for us to discuss regarding the sequential circuits also, where we will be using the flip-flops and also the some more clocks. So as an example, first we are seeing a simple latch where we will be using two NAND gates. We will see these NAND gates which will be helping us as a latch. So we'll be seeing the synthesized circuits where we will be having, for instead of NAND gate, we will be having an AND gate followed by an inverter. Okay, we'll see that first. Yeah, this is the circuit for simple latch where we have two NAND gates. That means this is a synthesized circuit. So instead of NAND gate, we'll be having an AND gate followed by an inverter. So we have to observe that this QB. How to get the QB? We get the QB from, sorry, where this QB this QB is fed as an input to this AND gate, sorry, NAND gate. So you think this bubble is here itself, okay? Don't think this one exists, okay? So what are the inputs? What are the inputs for this gate? NAND gate. That is SB is one input and QB. The QB what we get there, that is in another input. And what is the input for this gate? A NAND gate. One is Q. One is Q. The other one is RB. Okay. So finally we get these outputs. Okay. For this we want to write the module, right? So we are giving the name for it as SB, set button, reset button, flip flop. And actually, generally we have to follow the rule that output followed by in-out followed by the input. So sometimes it may accept this combination also, writing the inputs first and the outputs later based on the simulator what we have used. Okay. So inputs are set SB and RB and outputs are Q comma QB. For the NAND gate, what are the inputs? For one type of NAND gate we have like this Q comma SB comma QB. That means these two are the inputs and Q is the output. To get the QB out, we give inputs as RB comma Q. Right. We are ending the module. Writing the module is very simple. Right. Not only that, the writing test bench is also very important, and it is also very much simple. Right. So far we have seen different test benches. In the similar fashion, it is also same. Okay. So we have this module TST test bench for SBRB FF, right? So whatever the thing we are using in inputs, we write it as an registers, and what are the in the test bench we write output as a wire. So in general modules we write, if you write wire means it is just like a signal, right? Okay, and we have to instantiate it SB RB FF, and we write it as temporary name. It is temporary name here. It is FF, right? SB RB comma QB. Okay, and this is the initial. So this is the initial, and we have to begin from there. First and foremost, we want to make SB set button as 1 and reset button as 0. Okay, we want to make a set button as 1 and reset button RB as 0, and that is the initial. So this we have to end that initial. This begin has ended here. Next, for always, we will begin the always here. After two units of time, we make SB as 1, and so SB as 1. This is the value. The value what we want to write is this one, right? SB is 1. This is to indicate it is SB is a single bit. SB is a single bit of binary type. Okay. SB is a single bit of binary type. What is that bit? That is 1. And RB is also a 1 bit binary of what is the value? 1. So after 2 units of time, we are making, that means this one set button is 1 and reset button is 0. After 2 units of time, we are making set button 1 and reset button also 1. Set button 1 and reset button also 1. Okay. After that, we are making, that means these values will last for 2 units of time. After 2 units of time, we are making set button 0 and reset button as 1. The same value lasts for 2 more seconds, and we once again set the value of S. That means we set the set button as 1 and reset button as 1. Okay, that means we are shifting the values every time, setting and resetting and 0, and we are giving different combinations of inputs for sets and resets, right? SB and RB, right? So that is a simple latch. Actually, it is just like a simple latch where we have used only two NAND gates that are used only to store some single bit of value. Okay, we are making to store some particular value for some very little amount of time. Okay. As usual, we will be from initial. We have to monitor with respect to the time and what are the values we have to print. We write here. Okay. What are the values we have to print? We will be writing here, and or what type of values they are. They are all of binary type, and these are the values. If you give the value QB, it will be assigned to the QB. Okay. So I may assign, sometimes I may write QB here, and I can also write, if I write here instead of QB, some other variable here or here, I have to write that one here. That means whatever I write, that will be printed here. If I write my name here, that will be printed. But when the value what I have given for QB only, that will be going into that one. Okay, do you get now? Okay, and I want to execute my simulation for 20 units of time. 20 units of time. That means you can see only up to here 18 seconds. Okay, so this is the simulation result what we get at 0th second on the x-axis. At the time, at that point of time, SB is 1 and RB is 0. At that particular point of time, Q is 0 and QB is 1. Similarly, SB is 1, that is set button is 1 and RB is 1, and Q0 and QB is 1. So next we will make set as 0 and reset as 1. So automatically set, we are having a value Q as 1 and QB as 0. So these things we will write as per our requirement, right? As per our requirement, we will be writing these programs, right? So this thing will be printed. You don't write anything. Whatever you are willing to write, that means whatever combinations of input you want to verify, you have to write here only. Okay. What are the combination of inputs you have to write? You write here. Automatically, it is going to produce the output like this. Okay. Now we will see the basic flip flop, general RS, SR flip flop or RS flip flop, whatever the name it is. If you want to see it, just before you see this program, first we have to see its general block diagram, or that means simple figure. First we are seeing only the synthesized figure. You can analyze. Now you know how to analyze it. Okay, this is the previous part. Okay, this is the simple latch what we have studied so far. That is AND gate, two AND gates, using two AND gates. I am using the same thing for my RS latch. Okay, these are two. This is a synthesized one, so we will not have NAND gate. We will be having only AND gate and in connection with the inverter. Okay, for that I am giving some inputs combinations. Okay, previously directly I have given R value and S value, SB and RB and SB. Okay, now I am giving negotiation to that as input to this gate. Then I can have my RS flip flop procedure. So my RS flip flop actually I have to write Q comma Q bar first and then S and R. Okay, it's not an issue now. The simulator may be accepting this combination also. So my inputs are set comma sorry S comma R and output is Q comma QB. Now what are my wires? What are my wires? SS comma RR. If I write SS comma RR means that is nothing but the negotiation of S and negotiation of R. Okay, I use an inverter. Okay, you know how to use this compaction, how to use compaction, right? Not SS comma S. That means I'm having an input of S and for that it has to produce a NOT as the output is SS. Okay, for NOT gate I am giving input as S and it is going to get an output as SS. For the NOT gate I am going to give an input as R and it is going to produce an output of RR there. Okay, next AND gate. Sorry, for my NAND gate you can see here QB SS comma Q. For my NAND gate, this second NAND gate Q comma RR comma QB. The same thing what we have used previously. So here where we have used here, previously we have used SB and RB. Now we are using SS comma RR. Okay, SS comma RR. Okay, another there. Now we are ending the module. Writing the general module is very simple. But writing the test bench is little bit typical. Why? Because we have to see that whether it has covered all the combination of inputs or not. Testing means what? We have to verify for all the inputs. We have already studied how many types of testing are there. Okay, verifying all the for all the inputs. Okay, so while testing, we write the inputs as registers and outputs as the wires, and we instantiate it with its name SRFF and we give the temporary name as FF and the arguments what we have used there as inputs and output comments it comments here and we will have initial. So as initial we have used we use set and R, S and R 1 and zeros. Okay, set and R as ones and zeros. Okay, we end and we write always begin. We execute these inputs will be executed for 2 units of time. Okay, later after 2 units of time we give as S as 0 and R also as 0, S0 R0. Next you see 0 0 0 1. Okay, next again 0 0, next 1 0, next 0 0. What is the combination missed here? Okay, 0 0 is available, 0 1 1 0 1 is available. Why we are making every time 0 0? Why? Because we are observing it whether the output is going to come back to 0 or not. Do you understand? We are observing that output again coming to its original positions or not. From there it is originally changing or not. That for that purpose we are making the output every time in between every combination of inputs we are giving as zeros. We are for every changed combination we are once again in between those we are giving the inputs as zeros. Okay, automatically it is detecting some zero value at the output, right? So we can also extend some more extend here for writing. B1 and so that means S1 and R1. Okay, once again we make 0 0, we'll write that one and we'll execute it. So rest all is similar, right? What are the things we write here that has to be printed, right? And the same thing has to be assigned in the same combination, and we have to execute for some amount of time. If it is last one is of 2 seconds, so we'll add all those. Okay, 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 plus 5, 5 plus are 10. Okay, it has to be set up. That means first one will be executing for two units, next one will be executing for 2 more units. Likewise, it will be there up to 18 seconds. That means we will be having up to 20th second output. Okay, output will be existing for 20th second. For that purpose, we have written this, and that is the end module. Just we have written only the program and test bench for this one. Okay, this thing is the first one what we have used, a simple latch. I extended that simple latch to the RS flip flop. Okay, I can also extend this to the. Now this is the case where I use my SR flip flop where I can also have a clock pulse. Okay, CP. Okay, here this simulator may be accepting the inputs followed by the outputs, but we will be writing only the outputs followed by the inputs. It's not at all an issue for us now to write which one first and which one later, right? Okay, we write clock pulse. CP is for the clock pulse. We have S and R as inputs and also clock pulse as inputs and outputs as Q comma Q bar, QB indicated as, and we write wire as SS comma RR. Why? Because we are from the beginning onwards we are following that negotiation of S as SS and R as RR negotiation of those. So for my NAND gate, what I have to do is use. So for see here. So this is the NAND gate. Why I am calling it as NAND gate? Even though it is an AND gate, it is a synthesized diagram. For synthesized diagram, we won't have the NAND gate. We will be having an AND gate followed by an NOT gate. So for NAND gate, what are the inputs? This is the CP. CP is the clock pulse, and other one is the R. R is the one here, right? So the output what I get from this NAND gate, that means what I have here at this point of time, I write that one as RR, and the output what I get here, I will be writing it as SS. Okay. So you see here now. So for the NAND gate, for the first level of the NAND gate, we are having SS. SS. SS is the output, and what are my inputs? S comma CP. Okay, S comma CP. This is the for this gate I am writing S comma CP, S comma CP, and this is the SS. For R, for RR, I am having R and CP. RR to get RR, R comma CP. This is the same, right? This thing is similar. We get the Q from SS and QB. Okay. How to get QB? How to get QB? We get this QB is connected to this one. For this NAND gate. For this NAND gate, we have here SS and this QB. So from that we get Q. So how to get Q bar? To get Q bar, first we write for that in a particular NAND gate, I write QB first. That is the output. Then what are the inputs to it? We have to see. So this is the input. R is the input, and my Q is the input for this. My Q is the input for this, and then I will get my QB there. Are you able to understand? It's very simple. You can understand logic easily, right? Now we may also extend this combination to the D latch. For example, you can see this D latch flip flops. Okay, so I made that one as single box. Okay, SBRB. The first latch what I have used, I'm using that as simply as a single module. If I can call directly this SBRBFF. Okay, for the rest all the thing I have to write the program. Okay, for getting the D latch right there. Okay, so you can see here D latch. It will be having enable signal. D is the input. Q and Q bar are the outputs. Okay. So what are the inputs now? D and enable are the inputs, and Q comma QB are the outputs. And sometimes we require some wires. Say some DD comma S comma R. So I may have not gate. I can have not gate N1. The name of the particular not gate I am temporarily calling it as N1, and my input is D, and it is going to produce an output of DD. Okay, I'm storing the value what I get for negotiation of the D is in a signal called DD. Okay, then my NAND gate is enable D comma SD, enable D comma enable D comma. Okay, it is going to produce an SD here. Okay, this will be RB, right? This will be RB. So how to get that? We'll see that. So NAND gate, this NAND gate, we are temporarily giving the name as G2. Actually, here it has missed. We have to write here G1. Okay, we have to write G1 here. It is missed there. You can write your own. Now it is G2, and we are writing what are the inputs. DD and enable are the inputs, and we are giving from that we can get an output of RB. Okay, so we have to instantiate it. We have to instantiation it. SP, RB, and FF, right? SP. We are instantiating it. We are calling for that function SB, RB, FF. Okay, and we are ending the module. We are ending this particular module. So then we have to write the test bench. Test bench is simple, right? We have two inputs here. D is the input and enable is the input. And we can also have like this. So test bench for the D latch. Okay. What are the registers? Registers are nothing but what are the inputs we write. Inputs what we write will be called as registers here, and the outputs will be called with the wire there. Now we are calling a D latch. This is the D latch. For this module we are writing. So at this point of time we are calling with the D latch, temporary name as FF, and the same arguments what we write there we are writing here, and we are initialing it. Initially we are making the values of for D and enable as 0, and always whenever enable is there we are negotiating it. Enable is equal to negative of enable. We have the symbol for negotiating we are using that, and for every D we have to negotiate D. Okay, so we are monitoring. Okay, so that means So D here, D is only one bit. Enable is also one bit. Okay, what we want to understand here is we are running the value of D as 0 and enable for 4 seconds. Okay, after 4 seconds, we are enabling, we are negotiating the enable signal, and after 8 seconds of time, we are negotiating the D. That means just what we are doing here is we are just creating two waveforms with the two time periods. Okay, here this for this the time period will be around 8 seconds, so 8 units of time. Here this is for 16 units of time, 16 units of time. 8 units will be in the positive case and 8 units will be in negative case. Here 4 units will be in the positive case and 4 units will be in the negative case. For that, automatically we will have all the combinations 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1 will be coming at different points of time. No need to bother there regarding changing of those things. Okay, changing of the inputs. Okay, you see here. Enable is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay, and D is 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0 like this, right? And corresponding it is going to produce the output. That thing what we have written here, right? If you have two different time periods, based on the time period only, it is going to vary. Okay. So this is the sensor circuit for D-latch module. D-latch module where we have used SBR and set button and reset button FF, right? Okay. And the next class we'll be seeing the edge triggered flip flops. Okay. So generally we have flip flops in two levels. One is level sensitive, level triggered, and other one is the edge triggered. Okay, that means the output will be varying based on this only. Okay, if it is an edge triggered flip flop, for the we can also write the combination for positive edge triggered and negative edge triggered flip flops. The output will be varied for the next positive. If you write a program or a flip flop, for a flip flop, if you give the edge triggered, that if it is a positive edge triggered, inputs will be varied, and for the next combination of positive edge trigger, then only the output is going to vary. Okay, otherwise it is not going to vary, right? So for if it is negative triggered, for the falling edge of the clock, for the next positive edge falling of the clock, then only output will be varying. Okay, edge triggered and the level triggered flip flops. We can also see those. Okay, we can see those edge triggered flip flops in the next classes. This will be generally the level sensitive, level triggered flip flops mostly, and rest thing you can see in the next class.